Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to restrict loading of Google Recaptcha on every page of your site when you enable it with Contact Form 7. So on this side I have this page called Test Contact Form 7 where I have a contact form, alright, and the Recaptcha is loading here because it's integrated with Contact Form 7. If I go here, I can see that Recaptcha integration is enabled with Contact Form 7. So the objective here is to not load this Recaptcha code, the JavaScript files and everything on every page, because this is highly discouraged by Core Web Vitals. And right now, what Contact Form 7 does is load this Recaptcha on every page. So even if I go to the home page of the site, I'll see that the Recaptcha is loaded here, even though there is no contact form on this page. All right. So it's simple. What we'll do is we'll use some lines of code to do this, and I'll explain everything to you guys in complete detail. So what I need you guys to do is first go over to the pages, all right, and select the page where the Recaptcha should load. So for example, if you have a contact us page or a page where the form is loading, obviously you want the Recaptcha to load on that page at least. So what I need you guys to do is to go to that page. For example, this is the page in my case. What I'll do is I'll open the edit in new window, and if I notice the URL, it gives me the ID of this page. So the ID of the page I'm talking about right now is 977. So this is important. Just keep this in mind. All right. And what I'll now do is head over to the functions.php of the theme which is active, of the active theme. All right. And I have this little function here. I'm going to uncomment it. So this is the function which will do the job for us. So it's called disable Recaptcha. I have passed it to the WP enqueue scripts action. All right. So this is where the second argument takes this function. All right. This is the action name in the first argument, and the last argument is about the priority of this function. So I have set the priority of this function to be run at the very last. That's why the number is so high. All right. Because I want this function to be the last one to run when it's, out of all the functions which are attached to the WP enqueue scripts action. All right. So what I'm going to do now, inside this function, I'm going to replace the page ID in question right now, which is 977. So this is 977 is the page ID of the page where Recaptcha should load. All right. So we have to get the ID of the page on which the Recaptcha code should load, and we have to put it here. All right. Now what does this 4 lines or 5 lines of code is doing? Let me just explain it to you one by one. So first there is an if condition. All right. And what this if condition is checking is that until unless the page is any other page other than 977. So is underscore page is a WordPress function. All right. And if the page, and this is the not sign. So if the page is not 977, all right, what is the PHP compiler going to do? It's going to read these lines, all right. Otherwise it won't. So otherwise nothing will happen. And if the page is not 977, for example, in the case of the home page, all right, the page ID is not 977 or any other page. So the page ID is always unique. So what this code will do is that it will dequeue the Google Recaptcha scripts from this line. This is a built-in function, and this is the handle of the Recaptcha JavaScript. And this is also a built-in function of WordPress which deregisters a script. So we'll also deregister the Google Recaptcha scripts. And furthermore, what we'll do is we will stop the JS and CSS files of contact form 7 to load from any other page apart from this page ID. So we are going to return false here as well. So this is all the code you'll need to make sure that your reCAPTCHA script only loads on the selected page ID, which in my case is 977. I'm going to update my functions.php file. It's taking some time. Now it's successful. Now I'm going to head over to my test contact form 7 page first to make sure that the reCAPTCHA is loading here. All right, it's loading here. Now I'm going to head over to the home page to see if it's loading here as well. It's not. So the reCAPTCHA is not loading here on the home page anymore, and it will not load anywhere else either. So it's not loading on this page or any other page, but it is loading on the test contact form 7 page, even if I refresh it. So this is one of the most useful tricks if you are disabling Google Recaptcha, if you want to disable Google Recaptcha with any other form as well. So I know that WP forms and other plugins also load Google Recaptcha on every page. So this little snippet of code can come very handy to disable Google Recaptcha. Thank you.